Hello guys, my name is 711 and welcome to the Pokemon Battle Association Mid-Season Transactions. So we are 8 weeks through and there are 15 weeks, and so what we are doing is, if there are any problems with our teams, any way to make our teams better, this is the opportunity for transactions. And so before I tell you what I did, let me start off with a quick team recap. We have Latias, we have Slowbro, we have Mienshao, Smeargle, Excelgor, Ursaring, Mega Glalie, Lucario, Gothitelle, Bisharp, and Zebstrika. Now I have brought all of my Pokemon to a few battles, and interestingly, every one of these Pokemon does have at least one kill, except for Excelgor. And so, looking at my team, what is my special defense wall? That would be Latias. What is my physical wall? That would be Slowbro. Both are Psychic type. Both are weak to Bug and Dark and Ghost. I also have an also potential wall in Gothitelle of whatever kind of wall I want. But again, Psychic type. 3 Psychic types make up my bulky my walls essentially. That's not good. That is a very flawed plan. It makes teams very difficult to prepare for, especially if they have something like a Hydreigon or a Crocodile or a Crawdaunt maybe, or whatever Dark type, or maybe a Gengar. Gengar really hurts my team. So I knew that I had to make a lot of adjustments. So to start off my preparations here, one of the first things, by the way, of this 11 Pokemon team, I'm only keeping 3. And who are those 3 that are returning? Smeargle, Ursaring, and Lucario. I'm having a lot of fun with Lucario. It's very versatile. You never know if I'm bringing physical or special. But that's why I brought Lucario. And Smeargle, you can imagine why I kept Smeargle, and Ursaring is still around because he likes to kill things. So Latias has a lot of kills. Latias has... No, let me look it up real quick. Latias has 8 kills. That is absolutely amazing. Latias has more kills than anyone else. 8 kills. But seeing as how Latias is weak to Bug and Ghost and Dark and Dragon and Ice, and now Fairy, that is 6 weaknesses, and that just really isn't all that helpful for me. So I wanted something with a lot less weaknesses, and I wanted something bulky, something that could take a couple hits, maybe something that can set some hazards, and I did find such a Pokemon, and that is going to be Skarmory. And so I'm able to get Skarmory. Latias is no longer on the team. So that was pretty unfortunate. I liked using Latias, but it just didn't work out for my team. Another thing is that Zebstrika is pretty fast, but very, very frail. And so, because of that, I decided to drop Zebstrika. It's very frail, and unless it's super effective, unless it has a super effective move, is really not going to hit all that hard, and it's kind of hard to bring a Zebstrika that's pretty good. So I did drop Zebstrika, and now I have Golem. Golem is not fast. I think base 45 if I recall correctly. But he can set up rocks. He has a built-in focus sash. He can do things like Earthquake and Stone Edge. I think he gets the elemental punches, not positive, but overall Golem should be a pretty good addition to my team. The next Pokemon that I decided to bring along, I knew that I had to drop Excelgor. Excelgor was just not performing as well as I would like, and so I did some shopping. I did some looking around. I did trade Excelgor away for Virizion, but I didn't keep it. Even though I have a number of things that resist. And I dropped Virizion for Drapion, and Drapion was adding a ground weakness to my team, so I decided to have Spiritomb. And so Spiritomb was pretty much the best thing that was left in the tier 4. And so I have something that can Will-O-Wisp. I have another wall. I have a ghost type now, so that's a thing. So I haven't really used Spiritomb all that much, but hopefully it can put in a lot of work. Next up was a very, very difficult decision. If you look on my team, I have no special walls, and so I'm looking around at some especially defensive Pokemon, and I was not able to get Chansey, but I was able to get Blissey, and unfortunately Slowbro had to go. So if you look at my team, I have a physical wall in Skarmory and Golem. Spiritomb can also be a physically defensive wall, so Slowbro was just not fitting anymore. And I love using Regenerator Slowbro, I love using Calm Mind, setting up sweeping. Slowbro had 5 kills in the first round of the playoffs against Adam. Slowbro had 4 kills in the second round of the playoffs against David. And so I really liked using Slowbro, but again, Slowbro has a lot of weaknesses also. I think 5 electric, grass, and then ghost, dark, bug. So that's 5. Where Blissey only has 1 weakness and is a special monster. And if you guys remember me using Chansey last season, that was a lot of fun, and so hopefully that can be a repeat. So Blissey is now on the team. Now, I was looking around and I found the Pokemon that I wanted. I did find a Pokemon that I wanted, and he was not willing to give up this Pokemon unless he was going to get speed for it. So I did 2 trades with this guy. I did drop Mienshao. I gave him that speed and Mienshao, and I gave him Mienshao, and I got Heliolisk. Solar Panel Heliolisk is back for more. This thing is a special attacker. It is very fast. It has a lot of use in Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Hyper Voice, Surf, Hidden Power of whatever I choose. So Heliolisk is very, very difficult to plan against because you just don't know what all it can bring in its arsenal. So that's Heliolisk. And for that second trade, where is it? I was able to drop Gothitelle, and so now that leaves me with Volcanion. Yeah, Smoky Steam is back, and Smoky Steam is excited to rumble. That gives me a water type that I dropped when I lost Slowbro. That finally gives me a fire type. I was really missing out on fire types. And so that gives me some fire, and that gives me some power. That gives me a little bit of bulk. But Volcanion is just really, really good, and I'm really glad that I have him now. So that was really big. And now one problem is that, well, I dropped Latios for Skarmory, I dropped Slowbro for Blissey, I dropped Gothitelle for Volcanion. Now I am missing a Psychic type, but I do not have a I don't have a Psychic type, and I still have to battle a Mega Venusaur later on in this season. So I grabbed another fast Pokemon, a very fast Psychic type who can hit hard, who has lots of utility and has lots of versatility. You guys probably guessed it by now, a Zelf. And so I grabbed a Zelf, and I'm pretty happy about that. And let's see how well we can do with a Zelf. And now, for the last Pokemon that I picked up, I was looking at my team, and there was a Mega left that I really wanted to use, but it's very hard to have a team that fits well for this Pokemon. For this Mega Evolution that I was thinking of in mind, I needed a lot of physically defensive Pokemon, because this Pokemon gets beaten by priority, and it also gets beaten by hazards. And so Skarmory can defog, and I think there's one other way other than Smeargle. But anyway, I do have hazard control now, and so I also need some bulk. And so I see Golem, I see Skarmory, I see Volcanion, and I said, you know what, I'm doing it. I'm going to grab one of my favorite Mega Evolutions, Mega Beedrill. That's right, Mega Beedrill. So Mega Beedrill does not have any priority, even though Mega Glalie does. Adaptability is just extremely, extremely powerful. Poison Jab, U-Turn, essentially those two moves can knock out a lot of things. And Mega Beedrill is exceedingly fast, so this is going to be a really fun Pokemon to use. Hopefully Mega Beedrill can pick up a lot of kills, and we can go from there. So that is my new team, guys. Skarmory, Blissey, Heliolisk, Smeargle, Spiritomb, Ursaring, Mega Beedrill, Lucario, Volcanion, Azelf, and Golem. So that's about it. So I want to hear from you viewers, from my loyal fans. I want to hear what you think about my team. I want to know if you think that I made any bad decisions, like I should have kept Slowbro or should have kept Mega Glalie, or you think that I made a lot of good decisions. Let me know all about that. But remember that a lot of these Pokemon that I do have, they do have weaknesses, You know, Volcanion's pretty slow. Ursaring is pretty slow. You know, but remember, I do have Smeargle, and Smeargle with unlimited support can really help out the rest of my team a lot. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, then like this video, again, comment on this video, share this video with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys later. Peace.